Right now, jury deliberations are set to continue in the trial of Maxwell Anderson in the Sade Robinson murder case. The shocking evidence found on his phone.
Plus, a boat on fire on Lake Monona. What details we have so far?
And a way to play for free. Find out how you could have some frugal fun at Dane County Parks this weekend.
And it will be a great weekend to get out and about and enjoy those parks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Kyrian Lee.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get some dry, really comfortable weather. I mean, we're in that stretch right now where we're highs in the 70s, like lows aren't too bad right now. We're in this very comfortable pocket.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito's out on our patio, live from our studios here in Madison. Savannah, good morning.
Good morning, guys. We're tracking a few spotty showers, not going to be widespread anyways this morning, and then an additional rain chance later this afternoon. That's mainly going to be north and northwest of Madison. We do have a spotty shower chance across the middle of Dane County right now, right over the city of Madison. 60 though. At least temperatures are not off to a bad start, and we will have near normal or seasonable temperatures as we head into the afternoon. That'll take us into tomorrow too. But smoke is still present out there. We don't have any air quality advisories or alerts unless you're sitting near Milwaukee or towards Walworth County. Those places do, but the rest of us do not have one. We still have moderate levels, and light levels of smoke will take us into the weekend. We'll talk more about that when we'll see an improvement, and also rain chances coming up.
Savannah, thank you. Developing this morning, Dane County Dispatch confirms one person is uninjured after escaping a boat that caught fire on Lake Monona.
This happened just before 10 o'clock last night. The Madison Fire Department recovered that boat at the Olin Park boat launch. Because under investigation, we continue to ask some questions about exactly what happened. And when we find out more, we'll have it here on the air and at channel3000.com.
This morning, the jury will continue deliberating in the high-profile Maxwell Anderson trial. Anderson faces charges of killing and dismembering 19-year-old Sade Robinson in April of last year following their first date in Milwaukee. Yesterday, the state concluded in its case with witnesses presenting graphic images found on Anderson's phone from the night Robinson disappeared. The images show her face down on a red couch, similar to the one found in Anderson's home. The defense did not call any witnesses, and Anderson did not testify.
At the state capitol, the DOJ's Civil Rights Division says that it is taking action against the Wisconsin Elections Commission. The department says the WEC violated federal law by not providing a complaint process for voters who say that they saw a violation of the Help America Vote Act. Under this act, the state must provide a formal process to report voting violations. That's even if the complaint is about the WEC. Justice officials say the state could lose millions in federal election funding. That's unless the commission complies with the requirements of the Help America Vote Act.
A new court order blocks the dismantling of AmeriCorps programs in Wisconsin. A multi-state coalition, including Attorney General Josh Kaul, filed a lawsuit in April to challenge the dismantlement. Now Maryland's district court orders the Trump administration to restore all programs and volunteers in the coalition states. AmeriCorps provides services throughout Wisconsin.
Columbus police have arrested a man who they say had been exchanging inappropriate photos with underage girls. Officers searched the man's home following a cyber tip received in late April. The report says that he was sending inappropriate messages to girls as young as 13 in several states. Officers seized multiple electronic devices during the search of the man's home. He faces several charges related to the child's sexual abuse material.
Madison School Superintendent Dr. Joe Gothard says he is seeking a new principal for Southside Elementary School for next year.
This follows the district's outside investigation, which concluded after parents and staff filed complaints against the former principal and assistant principal. News 3 Now's Armand Rahman has a reaction from parents.
After dozens of complaints and a district investigation into its administrators, former parents of Southside Elementary School students tell me they hope the school next year can get a new beginning.
There's going to be new leadership. There's going to be a new tone. There's not going to be all that. It's not going to be so much chaos.
Chaos Burnett Reed saw on multiple fronts. He is a parent and the family liaison at Southside Elementary School.
There's not going to be holes in the wall at the school. Every day, there was at least 10 holes in every wall.
A position he still holds, but he says he was placed on administrative leave when the investigation started with no reason why.
I don't foresee myself even trying to return just because I don't feel safe there. I don't feel like I'm going to be supported, and I don't feel like they really value me as a staff.
Reed and others allege then-Principal Candace Terrell and Annabelle Torres created a hostile work environment. A district spokesperson tells me that while Terrell and Torres won't be returning to their positions next year, they have not been terminated from the district.
It's a tipping scale, and we don't want her to be able to do this to any other students, any other families. We're going to just keep moving forward, and we are going to have charges coming forth towards them.
According to the Department of Public Instruction report card for the school, Southside serves mostly Black and Latino populations. But Reed joined 66 other parents in alleging, among other things, disproportionate and harsh punishments for Black and brown students.
They were being separated, put in a room, isolated. That's what they do to you in jail.
Andrea Shorter Amos was one of those parents. She said her daughter was denied the requirements for her IEP and felt isolated and severely bullied.
She was willing to take her life at this school.
But now she's in 6th grade at Senate Middle School.
She has a better comfort zone with the teachers that's in her present right now.
Reed's daughter is about to graduate elementary school.
My daughter, she loves that she's not at that school.
Both say they now feel future Southside students can now focus on being students.
Their ability to grow in school now is that much bigger.
Reporting in Madison, Armand Rama, News 3 Now.
News 3 Now tried reaching out to Terrell and Torres. We have not heard back. The news came in. A letter to parents from Dr. Joe Gothard, the district superintendent. District officials won't share any more information, though. They say it's a personnel matter and is therefore confidential. Well, Wisconsin's 3 National Weather Service offices lack chief meteorologists this morning. It comes amid major staffing shortages. It includes posts in Green Bay, La Crosse, and Sullivan. The state has already seen 22 tornadoes this year, which is pretty much on par for most years. Overall cuts and retirements have also reduced weather balloon launches and threatened 24/7 forecasting. A bipartisan bill, though, in Congress aims to classify Weather Service staff as public safety employees, like air traffic controllers and FBI agents. That would potentially make it easier to hire them.
The Wisconsin Humane Society is lowering dog adoption fees as shelters face a crisis. From now through Wednesday, adopting dogs over 6 months old costs just $75. Benchwarmer dogs, those who have been at the shelter for a while, are only $25 to adopt. WHS is caring for nearly 400 dogs with over 100 ready for their new homes. The goal is to find adopters or fosters to ease overcrowding urgently. Visit wihumane.org/adopt for more information.
Madison, no stranger to blues music. With the proximity so close to Chicago, we've seen a lot of blues musicians grace the stage here. A local group, the Madtown Manish Boys, look to help continue that blues music's tradition. The band played at Memorial Union's Rathskeller recently and told us why it's important to come out and support local music.
Madison has a plethora of really good, really seasoned musicians.
Just hope that people will come out and support live music. I think it's a really important thing within our community. There's some fabulous bands. There's some great venues in town. It's often very inexpensive to go see live music, and it can really be fun.
Well, all right. Make sure to tune in tomorrow morning for our Morning Notes segment to hear more from the Madtown Manish Boys.
Summer is a great time to enjoy nature, and it's free this weekend. Dane County and Madison Parks are waiving all activity permit fees tomorrow and Sunday for the Free Fund weekend. You can enjoy a variety of activities from disc golf to biking for free. You'll also have access to dog parks and lake entry points for water activities. Usually these activities require permits, which help maintain the park's amenities. For more information, you can go to DaneCountyParks.com.
Love that. So many awesome parks in Dane County to get out and explore and take advantage of.
And so many lake access points, so I know people will probably take great advantage of that.
There you go. This weekend, nice weather, free. What's your excuse?
Yes. Savannah, what's coming up?
Well, guys, we're tracking a few rain chances, mild conditions all weekend long. We'll time those rain chances out and talk about the haze from the wildfires coming up.
And ahead in your morning sports, it's almost tee-off time for the AmFam Championship. Why, Jerry Kelly's all fired up to play. In the 608 this morning, it marks the start of free First Fridays at the Rotary Botanical Gardens in Janesville.
Our Josh Sprider is live in Rock County this morning with more about this unique partnership. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Beautiful morning to be here in the garden. I got to tell you, there's no place I would rather be in this moment. And you mentioned Free First Fridays. Today's the kickoff, and we're learning a little bit more about why this is so important here in the community. We have Laura Kenyon and Megan Tim joining us live this morning. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, Laura, I want to start with you. What is Free First Fridays all about here in the gardens?
So we want to be able to give people an easy access to come here to walk in the garden. We know that not everybody can maybe afford a membership, or if they're just wanting to see what it would be like to come to the garden and do a walking club. So we wanted to make sure that it was something that they could be able to get and access easily.
And today is the first day of this.
It is the first day. Yeah, we're excited.
So how is this going to work?
All you have to do is just come. So come between 9 and 10 a.m. or 5 to 6 p.m. today, and then you can walk for free in the garden.
And we know, obviously, gardens, they're beautiful, right? But there's really more of a meaning behind this. You know, let's talk a little bit more about why this is so important for our health and wellness.
Absolutely. Well, anybody can walk anywhere, technically, right? But when you're walking in the garden, it changes things for you. Not only are you surrounded by a ton of beauty, right? You're outside. It's way different than walking on a treadmill, for example, right? Wonderful in the winter, not so great in the summer. So if we can get people outside, enjoy some nature, get some fresh air, enjoy the labor that everyone has put into this beautiful garden, I think it really connects us back to community. And so from that mental health state, we think that walking outside, especially at the Rotary Gardens, is the place to be for the summer.
And this is such a unique partnership between SSM Health and the Rotary Gardens, and that's really what it's all about, is community, because that's so important.
Yeah, Rotary Gardens is our neighbor at St. Mary's Janesville Hospital, and so we're really excited to sponsor this and to be a part of it and to let people have just more opportunities to be more physically active. When I think the other piece of this is, like, if you are isolated, if you feel like you don't have that support group, a walking group is a great place to get started. Not only are you in a beautiful place, but you're with other people with a like mind that want to be outside, want to get some activity in the mornings. And so I think everybody should just come on out.
Well, and I was telling you, ladies, the last time I was here was during Christmas time. And obviously there's so much to see. You have a map as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, this just goes to show there's really something for everyone here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, not only do we have this going on today, but we also have Sounds of Summer, which is a live music thing that's going on. And then if you do, come here for the walking club, we have different paths and things for people to go on. We actually, one of our board members is from BU to Be Full. Her name's Connie Holmes. She created a meditative walking that you can actually download and listen to while you're going around the gardens as well.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can see why. I'm at peace this morning. I don't know about you ladies. It is Friday too, so that probably helps.
Yes, it does. It definitely does.
Well, awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys so much, Megan, Laura, for having us out here. If you'd like to learn more about Free First Fridays, again, today's the kickoff. Come out here, breathe the sigh of relief. We made it to the end of the week, and get out here in nature. You can learn more by going to the story up on channel3000.com. Photojournalist Mark Schilling and I don't think we're going to come back to work, guys. We might just stay out here the rest of the day.
Hold on now. Now, we do need you to return, Josh. We do need you to return.
No.
Just promise you'll be back on Monday.
Yes, for sure.
We'll see.
All right. Beautiful out there. Josh, Mark, thank you so much. Boy, we do have a couple of showers out there. We're also dealing with some very comfortable temperatures. So let's check in with Savannah, and she's here to help plan your day. Hey there.
Yeah, hi guys, good morning. We are tracking near 60-degree temperatures all across southern Wisconsin. It's a little humid out there, but overall, at least we've got the mild temperatures that will take us through the weekend. We're tracking the mid, maybe a couple spots topping out in the upper 70s later this afternoon. We'll still have some haze though, and yeah, we're tracking a few showers. At least the air quality overall for southern Wisconsin falls in the yellow category. That's still not good, or the green, but we have values 51 to 100 for the air quality index values overall across the area. Kenosha and southward still orange, unhealthy for some, but this is an improvement and we'll continue to see that through the weekend. We do have some spotty shower chances across northern Dane County, some near Watertown, up south of the Dells, and then northwest of Lone Rock right now. These are not going to last that long. They'll move out of here pretty quickly. Later later in the afternoon would be our next shower chance. That's going to mainly be north and northwest of Madison, up towards Camp Douglas, Wisconsin Dells, Watoma, Black River Falls. Areas like Janesville, Watertown, and Waukesha might stay completely dry, and they do have a decent chance of seeing mostly sunny skies. I do think as we head closer to dinner time, that's when clouds are going to increase. The better chance for showers. This is Saturday evening. That's mainly going to be south of Madison, Monroe, and Janesville. Overnight into early Sunday morning, could see some spotty shower chances, mainly going to confine that to northern Illinois. Our better chance for everyone across southern Wisconsin, that'll come on Sunday with the next cold front. Pretty widespread showers, heavy at times, decent chance of rain for everyone, and maybe a couple of thunderstorms. Once that front passes, the low pressure will cut off a little bit, and then shower chances kind of spin around that into Monday. So Sunday and Monday will definitely be active. Saturday will be the better half of this upcoming weekend, and also when conditions are going to be less breezy. 75 on Saturday. It'll be a little bit cooler on Sunday, and then we've got the scattered showers with a couple of storms, and then also winds that will gust between 10 and 20 miles per hour. So yeah, I think the better day to get out, definitely Saturday, and then wait until midweek next week. That's when we'll have sunshine. Wednesday looks great, so does Thursday. We'll have a lot of sun and temperatures that are going to be pushing the lower 80s, and that's where we'll stay then, right near 80 heading into next weekend.
This year's AmFam Championship tees off in just a couple of hours for the first time at TPC Wisconsin, and like it always is, it'll be a family affair for Steve Stricker. The 2023 AmFam champ is teaming up with his brother-in-law, Mario Tiziani, this week, part of the new team format, and these two already have a leg up on the rest of the field when it comes to their chemistry on and off.
Like a brother to me, really is, and he you know, he's always been in my corner, always takes care of me, always watching out for me, and hopefully I'm doing the same for him too. So we do have a lot of chemistry, and we're super excited to play together. I know that, and hopefully I can hold up my end of the deal, and I know he's been playing well, but we're just looking to have some fun and go out there and see how good we can do.
Jerry Kelly's looking to return to that 2021 form this week as the two-time AmFam champion will compete for number 3. And the Madison native has been playing well this season, 4 top 10 finishes, including a win. So that has him feeling good, and so does his partner, Justin Leonard. The two have played together before, and you could say Kelly's fired up to do it again, this time at TPC Wisconsin.
Much more fun to play for somebody else than just yourself. It's like playing in Madison. You know, I love playing for everybody else at that point too, but when you got a partner that is relying on you, it just ratchets everything up. So this is kind of the pinnacle right here. Other than a major, this is really cool.
And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
You too, Zach. Still ahead, the American headed to the French Open finals, and a local Girl Scout sets a new record.
And coming up in our next half hour, Aaron Rodgers has finally picked a new home, where he's going, and details of his new contract.
All right, we're back. So every Friday starting today until early August, we're going to be giving out 1 4-pack of tickets to watch the Madison Mallards.
That's right. All you have to do is tune in to News 3 Now this morning. Lock in right here. Watch for a question of the day, and the answer will be online at channel3000.com.
So today's question is, what is a foul ball called at a Mallards game? Log on to channel3000.com. Look for where to enter it, and you could win a 4-pack of tickets to a Mallards game. There you go. channel3000.com/contest.
And then you'll be entered to win. So just, say go to that website right now. And so this is for next week's game, and that is on Friday the 13th against the Fond du Lac Spiders. And that night, News 3 Now will be sponsoring a fireworks show.
There you go.
So there, you can get in on all of the fun. Again, what was that question?
What do they call a foul ball at a Mallards game?
Yes, and I have heard very interesting forms of answers here. So
I think if you know, you know.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. We're chatting this morning. The French Open. American Coco Gauff is headed to the finals. Check out this point during yesterday's semifinal match at Roland Garros. Gauff serving it to Lois Boisson, and this went on forever. I think we had to edit it down for time. Goff eventually puts it away, wins the point and the match, and she is headed to the finals, which I believe is tomorrow. She is currently the number 2 seed. She's taking on the number 1 seed, Arina Sabalenka.
There we go.
Good luck, Coco. We'll be rooting for you.
Yes, we will.
Well, listen to this. Wisconsin Girl Scout just broke the state record for the most Girl Scout cookies sold. Molly Linus spent 13 years standing in the snow and the rain and the sunshine to sell 35,598 boxes of cookies. To put that into perspective, it's enough to fill 2 school buses with the seats taken now. Congratulations. She's gone on a whole bunch of trips as prizes because of all this and her dedication to Girl Scouts.
Yes, what a milestone. So congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. We've got a couple of shower chances that'll take us into the weekend. I think Saturday's looking like the better half of the weekend. Sunday, we've got widespread rain that we're tracking when we get back.
New this morning, a boat catches fire on Lake Monona. What we know so far.
Plus, a criminal investigation at Sun Prairie West High School continues. We'll tell you what we know so far.
And our Time for Kids digital playbook campaign continues. The one thing that experts say you should do when talking to your kids about their devices. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it to the end of the week. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm
Kyrie
Kyrie Unley. Yes, it is.
There's no easy task these days.
No, it seems like, I don't know, this week it had its ups and downs, like as far as like speed wise. I try not to rush the days, but I feel like, it was a pretty steady week.
There you go. We're at that transition point, where a lot of schools are winding down this week. Some are out, so happy last day for a lot of the kiddos out there. Some districts are calling it quits today. Others have a few more days left.
Next week.
So it's that transition for not only the kids, but the parents as they switch from school year to summer break mode. So.
Yes, and congrats to all the grads that have graduated, whether that's kindergarten, preschool, high school, college, all that. So
good stuff.
Well, we are giving you a chance to see the Mallards play every Friday starting today until early August. We'll be giving out 1 4-pack of tickets to watch the Madison Mallards.
Yeah, all you got to do is tune into News 3 Now this morning. Watch for the question of the day. Answer it at channel3000.com. Today's question, what's a foul ball called at a Mallards game? Remember, all you have to do is share your answer, channel3000.com/contest. You'll be entered to win a 4-pack of tickets to the next game. That's Friday the 13th against the Fond du Lac Spiders. News 3 Now is going to be sponsoring the fireworks show that night.
Yes, so right now, go online. It's right there on your screen. And give us your answer. I think this is the one you liked this question a lot, actually. So, yes, let's see your answers. Let's check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who's out on the patio live from our studios in Madison this morning. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Got a couple of spotty showers across northern and northwestern Dane County. We do have some spotty showers. Additionally, south and near the Dells, La Crosse, and also near Watertown and east. We're not going to see this effect all day long. In fact, we'll see some sunshine too later in the day with temperatures climbing. We're at 60 right now. Most of southern Wisconsin's waking up to the 60-degree mark. Got a couple lower 60s. A few of us are slightly cooler than that in the upper 50s. We're still tracking some haze, though, and then a couple of other showers. It'll take us into the afternoon and also Saturday and Sunday. We'll talk about which weekend day looks to be better and also a warm-up midweek next week.
All right, sounds good. Savannah, thanks. New this morning, Dane County Dispatch confirming one person is uninjured after escaping a boat fire on Lake Monona.
It happened just before 10 last night. Take a look at this video here. The Madison Fire Department recovered the boat at the Olin Park boat launch. That fire is still under investigation this morning. We will continue to provide updates on the air and at channel3000.com as more information becomes available.
This morning, we're also keeping our eye on the Dane County Health Human Needs Committee. It's moving forward with a proposal that tries to close contract loopholes. News 3 Now learned that Human Services used these loopholes to award nearly $674,000 to Urban Triage. They did it without county board approval. 2 competing ordinances are on the table right now. One seeks to eliminate special contract exceptions for Human Services entirely. The other proposes increased alerts to county board members, but maintains strong contract authority for the Human Services Director. The outcome could significantly impact county contract oversight and governance.
Now to continuing coverage of the criminal investigation at Sun Prairie West High School. Police are investigating staff members at the school for inappropriate relationships with students. Police have now released a statement about the investigation. News 3 Now's Tanisha Shaw spoke with the Sun Prairie Police Chief and breaks down what we know so far.
Myself, I would want to know.
The Sun Prairie Police Department is investigating students and staff after they heard about possible, quote, inappropriate relationships at Sun Prairie West High School.
We want to determine the scope of this investigation. We've got a pretty good idea.
Police and the school district sent out letters Wednesday telling the community about an active investigation. Chief Karen Rourke said he can't specify what the allegations are or which staff members are involved.
We've got a pretty good idea of the people that are involved. But for the exact number, it's too early to tell in the investigation to determine that.
Chief Rourke told me he first found out about these allegations last week. He said he decided to release the information to the public Wednesday to see if there are any more victims involved.
Sometimes when you have to weigh when you can alert the community so it doesn't jeopardize the investigation. When you put out information to the community, people watch the news, people do things, and that may affect the investigation.
I also asked the chief if this investigation is only involving Sun Prairie West students or students from the entire school district.
There's a lot of times that students play sports at multiple schools. There's a lot of people that go from, different locations throughout the school district. So the scope of the investigation will be determined in the investigation. So it's really very early to tell if it's centralized to one school.
As of right now, no one is criminally charged connected to this case. As police continue to search for answers, there are resources for students.
In speaking with the superintendent, they've had services available to the students. Part of the reasons why we released that yesterday is to have those services available this morning. So when students came to school, that in working with the superintendent, that those services would be available.
Reporting in Sun Prairie, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
Well, another local news this morning. If you visited a quick trip around the Dells, you may want to check your accounts. You may have been a victim of a card skimming operation. Dells police have a couple men in custody for this. They executed a search warrant at a home in the Dells and found skimmers, materials to make skimmers, along with some other evidence. Police arrested Florian Ballin and Bogdan Ardai. Skimmers were found at the East Quick Trip in the Dells on Broadway, and the Lake Delton Quick Trip on Monroe Avenue, and the West Baraboo Quick Trip on Pine Street. So if you were at any of those locations in late May, make sure you're checking your accounts for any unusual activity. And if you find something, make sure you contact police right away.
The U.S. Supreme Court is unanimously ruling in favor of Catholic Charities Bureau in a Wisconsin case. The decision exempts the organization from paying state unemployment taxes. The Bureau argued the tax violated their First Amendment religious freedom, but Wisconsin said the charity's regular work wasn't primarily religious. They also added that the group has already been paying taxes for 50 years. The Bureau says that the state should not make determinations on what work qualifies as religious.
Today, we will see what happens in the feud that's shaking up Wall Street, Washington, and beyond. It began days ago with Elon Musk criticizing President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill. The feud then grew with Musk saying that Trump would have lost the election without him. Meanwhile, President Trump threatening to cut billions of dollars in contracts and subsidies to Musk's companies. Tesla stock plummeted, losing $150 billion in market cap just yesterday.
The U.S. trade deficit dropped sharply in April. The Commerce Department reported a 55% decline. The deficit fell to $61.6 billion, down from $138 billion in March. Trade experts attribute the drop to a slowdown in retailer buying after businesses rushed to stock up ahead of President Trump's tariffs.
Aaron Rodgers finally picking a new home. The four-time MVP is going to be with the Steelers next year. The 41-year-old Rodgers expected to attend mandatory minicamp next week. He spent months on the market before deciding to go with Pittsburgh. They're going to open up the season on the road against Rodgers' former team, the New York Jets. Rodgers, of course, spent 18 years with the Green Bay Packers and the past 2 with the New York Jets. He played just 2 snaps last year before tearing his Achilles tendon. The Steelers host the Packers on Sunday Night Football, October 26th.
News 3 now, and SSM Health's Time for Kids digital playbook campaign continues, helping families navigate the ever-changing digital world. This week, we are highlighting family communication about device use is necessary. As kids spend more time online, open family communication about device use and online activities is important. With so much information out there, it's tough to know what's real, who to trust, and how to protect privacy. SSM Health's Dr. Christopher Harkin says that parents and guardians must stay informed about their kids' online behavior and device use while maintaining a positive open line of communication.
The devices have so many great tools that we can use, that we can help with the settings themselves to kind of get things on, to set what things they can open, what things they can look at, and they can actually set how much time they're allowed to use it. But again, it's the question of communication and just showing them that you're interested in what they're looking at and opening the conversation of, hey, that sounds really neat. Maybe you can teach me more about that.
Dr. Harkin says keeping the conversation positive helps children trust their parents and feel comfortable talking about device use. A great way to start this discussion is by downloading our Time for Kids digital device guide. The guide has 6 sections and includes the agreement for families to review and sign together. Under this particular section, children will agree to tell their parents or guardians what they're doing online and ask for permission to download apps and other content. You can find the guide by searching Time for Kids on our website, channel3000.com.
Yeah, I really like this. I think the big takeaway is to make sure you're having those conversations like in a respectful, like lighthearted kind of way where no one's getting, accusatory or defensive or anything like that, and to, keep it lighthearted and upbeat,
Yes, because you don't want to come down on your child because that's when they don't feel comfortable telling you about what they're doing, or they don't feel comfortable asking you about like certain things online.
Yeah,
so
you said it.
Yes,
exactly.
Positive conversations. Let's check in with Savannah. What's coming up?
As we're tracking the next best chance of showers and giving an update on our overall air quality across southern Wisconsin.
And we're live at the Rotary Botanical Gardens in Janesville this morning, where they are kicking off Free First Fridays. I'll share the unique partnership focusing on health and wellness coming up in the 608.
Well, we're tracking decent temperatures right now. Little bit of sunshine, but we do have a lot of cloud cover out there. 60s our current temperature, light winds at 5 miles per hour. We'll see quickly warming temperatures through the rest of the day, though. By 10 a.m., we'll be pushing 70 degrees and then top out in the lower to mid 70s later after the lunchtime hour. Like I said, 60s where we sit in Madison. Most of southern Wisconsin is waking up into the upper 50s, lower 60s. Lone Rock's at 61, Mineral Point at 59, Janesville sitting at 57, and then Wisconsin Dells sitting at 58 early this morning. We still do have the light to moderate smoke, an improvement since what we had yesterday and really most of the work week. We still got some of that yellow, which is moderate levels of smoke, but then as we get into later in the day, Saturday and Sunday, just left with some lighter shades of blue. That's light smoke, but still will have that present out there over the weekend into early next week. Here's an update on the air quality values. Most of us are going to be sitting in the yellow color, which is moderate. Yet again, an improvement from where we've been sitting the last few days. Those values are going to range between 51 and 100. We do have areas that are just sitting across northern Illinois, mainly south of Kenosha, in that orange color, which is unhealthy for some. The only areas, Milwaukee, also Walworth County, included in that air quality alert in effect until noon today. So most of those are all eastward towards Door County, Green Bay, and the lake. At least that leaves most of southern Wisconsin outside of that alert area. We are waking up to a few showers across Dane County, the city of Madison, Watertown, up near Wisconsin Dells. These won't last long. Some of these are not actually making its way to the ground and able to overcome that drier air that we have outside in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This afternoon, the better shower chance is going to be north and also northwest of Madison. We should have mostly to partly sunny skies for areas like Madison, Janesville, Waukesha, and Watertown, with thicker clouds moving in overnight. The better chance of showers will return Saturday night for areas like Monroe and Janesville, mainly south of Madison. That's where it'll be a little bit more widespread, and more specifically south of even that area across Rockford, the Rockford region. The best chance chance for everyone across southern Wisconsin will come with the cold front. That'll be into Sunday. We're mainly looking at the afternoon, evening, and nighttime hours. Once the cold front clears, the low pressure looks to cut off, so additional shower chances will spin in behind that into Monday. So it will be an active start to our next week's work week, but then midweek looks pretty good with temperatures warming to near 80 and lots of sunshine in the forecast.
Look at that, yeah, they're pretty comfy looking, you know, a little bit of rain, but a lot of folks need that rain.
Exactly, south of Madison especially.
All right, thank you, Savannah. Hey, we're looking for some Plan Your Day videos. Savannah will give you a customized forecast. Just send a video, say your name, where you're at, make us laugh. We'd love that. You can upload it to the website, the First One Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or email, and then make sure you watch.
Well, let's switch gears here. We're in the 608. Today marks the start of Free First Fridays at the Rotary Botanical Gardens in Janesville.
Josh Sprider is getting his zen on out there in the garden. He's all peaceful and tranquil out there, listening to the birds, taking in the sights, all the sounds. Josh, a little bit jealous.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the way that you want to start any morning, and it's Friday, like it's Feel Good Friday, right? And we're talking about Free First Fridays. This is the kickoff event here at the Rotary Botanical Gardens, and it's a unique partnership with SSM Health focusing on health and wellness. So joining us today, we have both Laura Kenyon and Megan Tim joining us. Laura, I want to start with you because Free First Fridays, this is a really cool event, and it kicks off today. And what can folks expect here?
So we started the walking club as just a way for people to come to the garden and just be more healthful, right? Or healthy. So you can walk in a group if you want to. You don't have to walk in a group. You can walk by yourself. If you have a friend or a family member you want to bring with you, you can. The most important thing is this is a safe place for people to walk. There's no animals. There's no cars that are gonna, they don't have to worry about getting run over or anything like that. And there's no bicycles, so it's just a really healthy, nice, meditative place for people to come and walk.
And this event is something that SSM Health is super proud to be a part of, Megan.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people associate walking with your heart health, which is absolutely true and absolutely a benefit. I think what we don't always talk about, especially if you're walking in nature, the benefits of nature is reducing stress and anxiety, increasing your mood, helps with your focus. There's like an endless list of things when you take the walking off the treadmill or wherever else you walk indoors and take it back out to nature. So we're super excited about this.
So Free First Fridays, this is the first of this event. There's going to be plenty of opportunities. So how does it work for folks that want to be able to maybe come out today?
Yeah, so if you want to come out today, all you have to do is just check in at the gallery gift shop. You just let them know that you're here for the walking club. They'll give you a map. So you'll get a sheet that has some information on it about the walking club. It has different paths that people can walk around. It tells you how many miles it is for certain pathways. And then that's it. You just go and you start walking, and from anywhere from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. and then from 5 to 6 p.m. Every first Friday.
And you mentioned there's 20 acres here. There's a lot of property to be able to explore.
Yes, there's a lot. And we have it mapped out, but you don't necessarily have to even take those little map if you want to. You can go the entire garden. You can do 1 lap, 2 laps. It's whatever you feel, And
it's so peaceful out here, and it's about being together as a community and taking notice of where we are with our health.
Yeah, when you go to the hospital for your appointments or you go to your clinic appointment, that's great for preventative care. But outside of the walls of the hospital and working with your doctor, it's so awesome when community partners like the Rotary Garden want to be a part of that. And so by teaming up on this, we were super excited. And I think when the community wraps around people, our health just improves dramatically.
Oh, absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here this morning. I am already feeling good. I don't know about you guys. This is a great place to be.
It is. It's really, and we really appreciate the partnership with SSM Health. They're the reasons why we're able to do the First Free Fridays. So,
awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks guys so much. If you'd like to learn more about Free First Fridays, just go to the story up on channel3000.com. Guys, I wish we could bring a piece of this zen back to the studio for you because it's just a great place to be, and why not come out and check out this event later on today?
Okay, so it's free. The weather's gorgeous. The scenery is beautiful. Like, what's your excuse?
Yes, and you can feel the vibes through the TV.
That's exactly right.
All right, jealous this morning. Josh Sprider, Mark Schilling, thanks a lot. Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? A lot of them come from people just like you. Reach out and let them know about it.
Coming up in the morning sprint, thinking of getting a dog? Well, you may be in luck. Why the Humane Society has lowered adoption fees.
First, we want to wish a happy 3rd birthday to Eloise. Have a wonderful day. We're back with the sprint next. Time for the morning sprint.
In a developing story this morning, Dane County Dispatch says one person is uninjured after escaping a boat that caught fire on Lake Monona. It happened last night just before 10. The Madison Fire Department recovered the boat at the Olin Park boat launch. No injuries were reported. We will continue providing updates on the air and at channel3000.com as we receive more information.
This morning, the jury continues deliberating in the high-profile Maxwell Anderson trial. The state accuses Anderson of killing and dismembering 19-year-old Sade Robinson in Milwaukee after their first date. Yesterday, the state presented testimony about graphic images on Anderson's phone showing Robinson on a red couch similar to one in his home. The defense called no witnesses, and Anderson chose not to testify.
This morning, the Dane County Health Human Needs Committee is advancing proposals to close contract loopholes. 2 ordinances are proposed. One, to eliminate special contract exceptions. The other, to increase alerts to board members while maintaining strong authority for the Human Services Director. The decision could reshape county contract oversight and governance.
Wisconsin DNR extending its air quality advisory through noon today. A lot of the state is going to remain at yellow level. That means the air is unhealthy for sensitive groups. People with asthma, young children, and older adults are urged to limit their time outside and make sure they're taking frequent breaks during any outdoor activity.
The Wisconsin Humane Society is reducing dog adoption fees. They say shelters are reaching a crisis point. From now through next Wednesday, dogs over 6 months old are $75 to adopt. Benchwarmer dogs, those who have been at the shelter for a while, are just $25 to adopt. Head to wihumane.org/adopt for more information.
Aaron Rodgers is going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 4-time NFL MVP quarterback just signed a 1-year deal. It comes after months he was on the market. They're going to open up the season against the Jets. Of course, Rodgers spent 18 years with the Packers. They'll play each other on Sunday Night Football in October.
Well, we are tracking temperatures that are going to be in the mid-70s, a couple of spotty showers and some hazy skies still through the day. Saturday and Sunday will be a little bit cooler, but then we've got to warm up with temperatures Wednesday looking pretty good, 80 and a lot of sunshine.
All right, looking good. Savannah, thank you.
Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning. CBS Mornings is next.
Our next newscast is coming up at noon, and you can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+.
Have a good weekend.